And welcome to the Ascent Tournament Series. I'm Sporty FC. Joining me is RisingStorm. And we've got some matchups, or a matchup I should say, for next 85 Esports Phoenix Cup tonight. Week 2 comes to its close, and just like last week, it is Ukiyo Kaizen who is on our very last match of the week. Again, joining me is RisingStorm. On the other side, a team returning from last season, Team Evo Voltage. Last season in Season 3, we're part of the Advent Cup, but we're not able to make it to the top 12, that playoff bracket. Now, this season, in, of course, again, the next 35 Esports Phoenix Cup, RisingStorm looking to take yet another chance at that top prize, at those playoff positions, but the season has started well here for Evo Voltage. 0-1, as for Ukiyo Kaizen, a 1-0 start. We saw them last week win in Game 5, so for Evo Voltage, not a good start here for a team that is coming back for yet another season, has veterans, and just isn't able to string some wins together and really give themselves the best chance to make it to playoffs.
And we've seen Evo go 0-1 in the series in league play so far. They're looking to make a comeback today, whereas Ukiyo Kaizen is 1-0, I believe. I'll have to pull up their tracker for that. But yeah, so 1-0. So Team Evo Voltage is going to be looking to make a better start to their week 2 here as we go into this match. It's going to be a best of 5 today, so it will be a little bit of a short match for today. But on Team Evo Voltage's roster, we're expecting to see Ali, Hay, Marinera, Big Will, and Break. That is their 5 for today. We're not quite sure who they're going to put into this match yet. But Team Evo, currently 5th in the standing. They are looking to go up in that. Now, looking over at the squad of Ukiyo Kaizen, they are doing quite well for themselves in the league so far. They are 2nd in the series. Now, their roster isn't quite correct, so we'll have to see who their players are for today, but they are 1-0. They're looking to go 2-0 and be undefeated in the series. What are you looking forward to the most out of this match today, Sporty?
Well, I can confirm who is playing tonight for Ukiyo Kaizen, which is the nice thing, is the bracket on screen is correct. The bracket actually on our spreadsheet is incorrect right now, but I can say they are playing with the sub today. So it's Acepo, it's Skeps, and it is Kazu. Kazu added in today, and I heard as well he was added in just for this series, because for Ukiyo Kaizen initially scheduling the series, we're going to have their full roster in, but obviously Clay unable to make it. So they're playing with the sub today, and Kazu added in pretty late. He was only added in a couple hours ago, so they have not had time to really practice, to work together, to see if they can string things together for Evo Voltage. Same thing with them, adding in Big Will and Break within the last week, and Break actually within the last day. So Evo Voltage might also be making some of these roster moves to potentially prepare for matches where they may not make. So in the seemingly likely situation that both these teams don't play with their starting roster, it really all comes down to how do you adapt and how do you play around newer players, because for a lot of rosters that are really good, if you break that rotation, if you break that usual those usual players up, it becomes a lot tougher to manage. So my question is going to be kind of if things go well, if these teams are not playing with their starting rosters, how do they adapt well around each other?
I agree. I'm really excited to see these teams perform tonight. If you've ever seen me cast before, you know I love that physical aspect of play. So if we're able to see some of that from these teams, I think that could really change up kind of the expectation of what these teams are kind of going into this match thinking is going to happen. But we're going to have to see. The first game is always a toss-up, and I'm really, really excited to see how these two squads are going to clash. You have Team Evo Voltage, who on paper has a great squad, but got off to maybe a little bit of a stumble in the beginning of this series, versus Team Ukiyo Kaizen, who has just been super solid so far in Week 1. I'm looking very much forward to seeing this match, and we're going to get it started here in just a moment.
As you said as well, it's going to be a great series. We are still waiting on full confirmation, but here comes Ali. As soon as I said it, Ali has just said they're joining in, so it is actually their starting roster, their normal roster here, Ali, Hay, and Marinera. So Evo Voltage are here with their usual roster, and again, for a team like Evo Voltage, who failed to make playoffs last season by 1 spot. They were in a group of 6, they were the 4th seed, could not make it into that playoff bracket because of that, hoping that this season will be a little different for themselves. So for Evo Voltage, not a great start to the season, 1-0 so far, but Ukiyo Kaizen, playing with a sub, have given them a reason to maybe get that confidence going here. Again, it was a Week 1 loss actually for Evo Voltage against Ace of Hearts, so again, not a great start, losing in Game 5, but hey, for a team as good as they are, and being able to play with the starting roster, that's a huge advantage now for Evo Voltage, and one that they absolutely are going to need to take.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see this Evo Voltage squad perform. I know they have the will to do it. They took it to Game 5 last week. Are they going to take it to Game 5 again, or are they going to want to take it to maybe a Game 4, maybe a Game 3? If they can sweep Ukiyo Kaizen, that would certainly boost not only their tournament ranking and their league ranking, but certainly their spirits. They're looking to make a comeback off of a loss in Week 1. Of course, all this right now is still just league play leading up to the playoffs, but really you want to get your confidence going now. You want to get into a rhythm with that squad. And I believe we're just waiting on one of their players to get started here. We're going to get started in a moment for you.
Skeps is going to the bathroom, apparently, so we'll wait on Skeps.
One of them is going to the bathroom.
Yeah, Skeps, I can say who exactly it is. It's Skeps who's going to the bathroom, because the other two players responded. So, we know Skeps is, he's off doing something. We'll make sure Skeps gets here in just a moment. But, while we wait on that, gonna be a fun time here as everybody's in chat's having a little bit of fun with each other. I'm gonna make sure that they know. So, again, it'll be a fun time, though. Evo Voltage playing Ukiyo Kaizen. And I know for a fact coming into this match, not only was Ukiyo Kaizen pretty happy, because Aesbo loves to be on the stream, but for Evo Voltage, they've wanted to be on the stream as well. I know that last season, I didn't get to stream them last season. Didn't get to see any of their matches. I know they've been mentioning that they want to be on stream. So, it's a big deal that they're able to be here on stream to, you know, be able to play in front of a lot of different people as well. And, well, we'll see if we can... We'll see how long it takes before we can get things sorted out. As everybody's in, let's get this match underway. So all these players here have a little bit of fun. Let's get into our match now. Team Evo Voltage of Team Evo on the blue. Ukiyo Kaizen of Ukiyo Esports on the orange. On a best of 5 series now. Evo Voltage at an 0-1 record. Ukiyo Kaizen 1-0. Both teams, though, went to Game 5 last week. So now it's another best of 5. Another potential for a 5-game series. But Ukiyo Kaizen playing with a sub. For a team that has such a huge advantage in this match, coming into it with the roster they have, playing with a sub, all but certainly make sure that this is going to be a lot more even than initially expected. And there's anyone to focus on, not only would it be the sub in Kazu, but it would be Aesbo, that team captain. And a lot of times that clutch player for them last week, he was insanely important for their win as well. So expect to see a lot of his involvement, especially in that transition up to offense, because that's where he's been probably the most successful, as he's going to start off with an early save, and we'll leave it for Kazu. Ukiyo Kaizen playing on defense early.
Now, Ukiyo Kaizen, your squad for today is going to be Aesbo, Skeps, and Kazu over on the orange squad as we get through the first minute here with very back and forth, as we kind of expect out of the first minute of these first rounds, especially in your league play best of 5s, where a lot of these teams haven't played each other at all. Now, Evo Voltage over here with Ali, Hay, and Marinera is going to be your blue, and almost a goal there, but just off the left-hand post, excuse me. Ali keeping the pressure on for Team Evo Voltage. This is a strong start for them. They've kept this ball in the Ukiyo Kaizen half for a lot of the time, forcing them to make those big clears that just kind of send it away to a waiting Voltage player. They are keeping this pressure on very well. Now, Hay with the shot. She's just off the crossbar, though. Trying to keep it back in. Skeps getting bumped on the wall there by Hay. And Ukiyo Kaizen finally able to get out of their own half of the field here for the first time in a while, but Evo Voltage brings it right back off the backboard, keeping the pressure on very well. This is exactly where you want to be when you're starting this match. You want to be making them jump forward, you want to be wasting their boost, and you want to be getting double taps just like that off the wall. What a beautiful shot from Marinera. Hey, pops it up high. Marinera says, I've got that. Double tap, flip, reset. Right into the net, top right, and the defenders can't get there. Actually, don't believe that was a flip reset. I think he just saved his flip. But great start for Evo Voltage. That is exactly where you want to be. Can they keep it up for the rest of this match?
Yeah, and it is. And for Ukiyo Kaizen, a very early defensive-looking push. And our team, again, having to get used to playing around Kazu, who was added again only today as an emergency substitute player. Kaizen in a less than admirable position to be in, having to play with someone like Kazu. But we've seen teams play with subs before and play just fine. Obviously, for Ukiyo, it is their hope that they can continue to find success as Skeps now. High first touch, we'll get around to one. Kazu waiting on the back wall, believe it. Aesbo under Marinera. Kazu can't get there. Hay will get the block, and it will be Evo Voltage to clear. Hay goes again. Aesbo waiting. Hay's been demoed away as Evo keeps the offense moving, but it's Skeps with a clear. Aesbo is already up for it, and again, focus on Aesbo and his transitions to offense. He's usually in the middle of those plays in the midfield, and well, right now, definitely involved in it, but it's going to be a bit more careful as that play off his own back crossbar. Ukiyo Kaizen playing with fire, and so far in Game 1, it just feels like a team that just doesn't have everything fully down together.
And Ukiyo Kaizen, the only offense we've seen from them so far has been very spontaneous looking pushes. This has been their first consistent pressure for a while now. With just 2 minutes left to go in this game, they need to start getting out of their own half for more than just a sporadic push. Skep's a little bit of a miss there. Now Ali Hay has a free shot. Hay scores! And she makes it look easy there, just tapping it in off the side. Wonderful pass from Ali there, who gets it to her before Ukiyo Kaizen can get back to the ball, and Ukiyo Kaizen, caught off guard for the second time this game as a team that they might have underestimated, now takes the lead 2-0 with just 1:46 to go.
Evo Voltage looking to make things a little bit more interesting now in this bracket. As for Ukiyo, again, a less than admirable start, as I mentioned already, playing with a sub. There's a reason why that this Ukiyo team coming into this match was definitely going to be one that I was a little bit more concerned about, considering they're playing with a substitute player. And right now you can tell it's just a very defensive looking play, very, as you mentioned, sporadic, I think is a great way to describe it right now. Just not together, not following each other up, and you can tell Kazu looks really out of his element right now. He doesn't really know how to use Kaizen team wants to play, and I can tell you as well, he's probably one of the lower ranked players in this lobby as well, so it does feel like this is a match that is, you know, above his pay grade, if you will. And for Kazu, I think a lot of this series is going to be trying to get used to not only how his team plays, but just also this pace of play at this level, because teams at this level are pretty good, and Evo Voltage, while they may not be the most threatening team on paper, are still a very solid side, and definitely one that's going to bring the battle to them here, especially, again, when Ukiyo Kaizen can't seem to keep offense going.
And again, like you mentioned, this is Kazu's game to win or lose. He is a sub. Might even be his first time playing in a league match with this Ukiyo Kaizen roster. Is he going to be able to come in and perform with his teammates? Right now, they are not finding it. They are scrambling for the saves, making it easy for Ali to get a third goal for Evo Voltage, and that's going to be game one. Now, Ukiyo Kaizen, you have to look towards game two and reset. You have to take a deep breath here and say, hey, let's just play free play for a second here in the rest of this game. Let's just warm up. Let's get our passes together. Let's get some consistent offense. We need to break out of our own half. We cannot let Evo Voltage keep intercepting our passes and keep blocking us from having any semblance of pressure, because right now, Evo Voltage is doing that excellently. Ali making it 4 with 11 seconds to go. And Ukiyo Kaizen, at this point, you just want a goal for morale, because it has been 4 minutes, 49 seconds. They are down 4 goals and have scored none. Ukiyo Kaizen, they have the potential. They have those star players. They need to come together as a team collectively. They are in this league for a reason. They can certainly do it, but right now, Evo Voltage looking nothing like the team that lost in Game 5 last week. They want to win it in a sweep, and they'll take it with Game 1 with 5 goals and a second left to get another. Evo Voltage, what a performance in Game 1.
It has been. What a start for Evo Voltage, and this is the Evo Voltage team that's making sure that, yeah, this Ukiyo Kaizen team knows that they're not messing around, even with Ukiyo playing with a sub. Evo Voltage, they're not taking this easy. They're not taking this lightly. This is still a very important series for a team, especially one that lost in week 1. They didn't get off to a good start. They need these wins. It's a 5-week season. They don't have that many matches. Every win matters, and as I said, Game 1, Evo Voltage really shown here, and got themselves rolling. 5-0 in Game 1, and for Ukiyo Kaizen, as you said, need to reset. This is the moment for them to turn the series around.
And you're exactly right. Ukiyo Kaizen needs to take a deep breath here. They need to say, okay, we're warmed up. We're ready. We're going to go back into this as if we're 0-0. We cannot focus on that Game 1 performance, because if we do, it's just going to make our mentality worse. Evo Voltage, though, what an even spread in their statistics. 2 goals, and 1 goal. 500 score for almost all of their players. They had 4 saves coming out from Marinera, 1 from each of the other players. Overall, they just were incredibly well-rounded. But you see a lot of offense. They had a combined total of 10 shots on net, half of which went in. And Evo Voltage, outstanding performance, but very evenly spread across all of their players. And honestly, that is exactly what you want. You want every single one of your players to be popping off, just like this Evo Voltage squad is. If they can keep this up, it's looking like they're going to be able to easily sweep Ukiyo Kaizen. And right now, they're looking like they could perfect sweep them. I think Ukiyo Kaizen can definitely get a goal, but they definitely need to start preparing themselves, connecting on those passes, and really start forming some offense, because we didn't see much of that out of them for this entire previous match. We're not going to wait around, though. There's no timeouts. We're getting right back into Game 2 off of kickoff.
As you said, getting right into game number 2 in this best of 5, and you mentioned Evo Voltage perfect in game 1. They're gonna stay perfect going into game 2 as Ali off the bar, still in front. Here comes Hey! Hey! It's 12 seconds in, and Evo Voltage are already up by 1.
And Ukiyo Kaizen, oh no, this is not how you want to start a game 2 after going down 5-0. And Evo Voltage making it look easy. Who is this squad? How on earth did they lose last week? Because right now, I don't think anybody in the league could stop this Evo Voltage squad. They are playing perfectly. They have not let Ukiyo Kaizen have a single bit of consistent offense. They've barely allowed one player to go up with the ball, and when they do, they're immediately saved, and they instantly have passing plays ready, teammates ready. Hey, circling back around for the ball, Kazu trying to take it out. The player to watch out for on this Ukiyo Kaizen squad. Is he going to be able to get the consistency that his team will need from him to win this game or not? Here comes Acebo, but he's on no boost. Marinara easily able to clear down. Now Ali off the wall. Kazu forced to make a clear off the backboard, and he does, but now Hay's there first. Hay off the wall, wants the ceiling, backboard, looking for a teammate. Marinara a little bit late. Skep's able to defend and gets a demo in the process. Now Acebo taking it to the left wall. Instantly intercepted by Ali. He has Hay up. Hay not able to beat Skeps though. Now Marinara with the shot over Kazu. Has the backboard a little bit low though, but Ali able to get it around. Oh, Ukiyo Kaizen, I wish you could take a timeout right now because it sure looks like you need one. Ukiyo Kaizen just can't hold against that Evo Voltage offense. Just shot after shot being put on their backboard, and they have to send a defender up every time in case Evo Voltage connects. But eventually, you run out of defenders, and Evo Voltage 2-0 in Game 2.
Said as well is Evo Voltage holding 2, and man, they look even scarier than they did last game here. It's chaos in front of that orange net. Every single time Evo Voltage gets up in the offense, it's chaotic, and Ukiyo quite clearly don't handle that very well, and there's an Evo team that know each other well. These are the same 3 players that started on the roster last season. So they didn't go through any changes coming into this season, and you can tell they just seem to know each other. They seem to click. And Ukiyo, man, again, I'm having such a tough time being able to react as Kazu. They put one in. Ukiyo trying to find their first goal of the series still, but a quick clear from Marinara and a back pass from Acebo means Ukiyo will have to try all again as Kazu. Man, I actually have this read. All I see the sidewall. Evo Voltage in space, but a great touch from Skeps. We'll leave this one far and away from the goal. And Evo Voltage will try again from the midfield line.
But Ukiyo Kaizen looking almost scared on defense. There was a double commit there when Skeps cleared it out, and that gave him the ball again. Kazu forced to make the save, clutches up, and he does connect. Now Marinara puts a shot on. Hayes coming in hot, but Acebo will bail his team out again. Now a shot might be open. It's just to the left, and that was what Ukiyo Kaizen needed to go in. Finally, though, they look a little bit more alive than they did last game, and certainly in the beginning half of this game, we have seen them be a little bit more consistent with their offense, but they still haven't managed to consistently get it out of their own half. But Marinara up a little bit too far there, forced to run back. Ali there to bail them out, though. Oh, and a miss from Ali forces Hay up the wall with the ball. Skeps intercepting with 0 boost. He doesn't win the challenge. Now Kazu forced to clear it out, looking for Skeps again. But Marinara will intercept, and that's an open net, but Acebo has to get back, and he does. Now Kazu, a little bit awkward there. Acebo will take it out. Kazu off the backboard, needs a big clear here. He does get it, but Ali is up, beats Skeps to the ball. Now Acebo, has no boost. And he beats out Marinara, but again, if Kaizen can get it out of their own half, it's only on a booming clear that ends up going right to Evo Voltage. And right now, this squad is not looking like they're going to be able to take this game too. If they don't change their offense very quickly, this Evo Voltage squad is so consistent with their passes. Oh my goodness, what a pass. Ali just off the right post though. But hey, immediately there to keep the pressure on, forcing Skeps to use all of his boost to get the ball out. Now Marinara coming in with a full pack. Passes to Ali, demos one in the center. Skeps has to make the touch. He does, just off the backboard high, but hey, coming in with full boost. Marinara though, awkward pass. That's around one teammate. Now, first breakout chance for Kaizen this game, but they just can't do anything with it. They just take it too slow and let everybody from Evo Voltage get back. And Acebo has a shot. The first chance in a while from Kaizen, but it's a roller and it's easily deflected. Now Kazu, no boost, forced to clear it off the backboard, flips, misses the touch, and hey, oh, have it! Ukiyo Kaizen might be on track to get perfectly swept here This Evo Voltage defense is unstoppable, and their offense is almost as good. Wow, they are 3-0. 54 seconds left. Ukiyo Kaizen just have nothing to stop them.
Yeah, it feels like Ukiyo are the weaker of the two by a pretty large margin here. And it's unfortunate for a team that played so well in week 1, but that's the difference that it makes whenever you have to play with a sub, especially an emergency sub, one that you're not used to. Most teams aren't used to playing with their subs. Ukiyo is no different, says, hey, we'll find Ali, that's gonna be goal 4. And Evo Voltage keeps them coming, keeps them going, and I mean, you said it, this is about perfect from Evo Voltage right now. And Ukiyo Kaizen, I mean, have just not done anything to stop them. They've not brought any sort of adversity right now, and Evo Voltage are walking all over them.
Evo Voltage is just in free play. They are clipping on Ukiyo Kaizen right now. This squad that lost last week's best of 5, might I add. I don't know how they lost, because right now they are playing like they could win the whole tournament. Ali up, drops it down for Hay, but misses. Don't get too bold now, you'll let Kaizen have a goal. Kaizen, they just need to break through. They need to prove it to themselves that they can score on this Evo Voltage defense, but they haven't been able to. And Ukiyo Kaizen are just going to go down again in game 2, and all of a sudden Evo Voltage on match point. Ukiyo Kaizen have not scored a single goal against them. Evo Voltage going to take game 2 4-0. Ukiyo Kaizen, what do you say to yourself at this point? You've got a minute between matches. And Evo Voltage, again, so consistent across their whole squad in terms of points. They have 400, 400, and 390. 2 goals, 0 goals. But again, 12 shots coming out this game. Actually more than last game. And 4 of them connected. That's all you need. Ukiyo Kaizen, they've only put a combined total of 4 shots on net this entire game. Now you see the ball possession, pretty even, boost consumption, pretty even, but field domination is where Evo Voltage really stands out. And their defense is just impeccable. They are making Ukiyo Kaizen dive for the ball. Ukiyo Kaizen has a combined total of 7 saves. They have been entirely playing defense here, as you can see from the statistics. And they just haven't been able to push it out enough in order to even really find out where the gaps are in Evo Voltage's defense. And they need to do that. This is a must-win match. It's a must-win next 3 matches for Ukiyo Kaizen. Are they going to be able to turn around? Are they going to be able to score in this series? We still have not answered that question. But game 3, we might just find out.
Goal differential right now is 9-0. And you mentioned it for Ukiyo Kaizen. Now on the verge of making history. They did it last week with the first ever reverse sweep on this ATS mainstream. Now they may make it again by being the first team perfect swept. That is, unless they can get a goal here. And Ace will look to do it early. He does it in 20 seconds. Ukiyo Kaizen will take their first of the series. It comes all the way in game 3, but over 10 minutes continuous. They'll finally put one past Evo Voltage.
And finally, Ukiyo Kaizen, yes, that is exactly what they need. They needed to break through that wall. They've done it. Just over 10 minutes of gameplay. And they have their first lead and their first goal. They can breathe a sigh of relief now. They can break through this Evo Voltage defense. They are not going to get perfectly swept in this series. And if they hold out, they could take game 3 and potentially begin the reverse sweep. And that might be a second goal. Skep's going to put it in. They've been 40 seconds into this game. This is a different Ukiyo Kaizen. I don't know what crack they just drank in that break, but all of a sudden they're 2-0 up with their first 2 goals of the game coming within 20 seconds each into game 3. Ukiyo Kaizen, this is exactly what you need to be doing. You need to be intercepting those passes. You cannot let Voltage get pressure on you because you know that is where your weakness lies. Skep's gonna bring it out. Now Aesbo up. He's gonna wait for it though. Skeps has it again. Hay forced to run all the way back, use all that boost. Now she's got none to come out with. Aesbo intercepting. Marinera forced to clear it off the backboard to Kazu, who drops it down for Skeps. Shot goal! Skeps makes it 3-0. 1 minute, 3 goals. Ukiyo Kaizen, this is not the same team we saw last game. Evo Voltage needs to wake up now. All of a sudden, this is a completely different team. They must have finally tuned into the Twitch stream and started listening to us because, man, they are playing completely differently.
It is. It's a very different look for Ukiyo Kaizen, but it feels oddly reminiscent to what we saw last week when they took on Project Lunar and had a reverse sweep. Those first 2 games out of them were not great, and then immediately afterwards, it got better and better for them, and they just really looks good. Again, made history on this stream. The first reverse sweep on the ATS, it's not Tournament Series mainstream, so for Ukiyo Kaizen, making history. They might be able, and again, I'm not going to say anything right now because it could be possible, but I mean, someone has to get that second reverse sweep on the stream at some point, and Ukiyo got the first one, obviously looking for a second one here tonight, and a second straight week as Baseball and Skeps have been leading that offense so far, but I love Kazu's work. Got the assist on that last goal for Ukiyo, and again, a much more involved team now, and one where it feels like both Skeps and Ace can trust Kazu, can push up more freely, and now that they're putting some pressure on Voltage, they're seemingly not the perfect team that we saw earlier in the series.
And it seems Ukiyo Kaizen has finally woken up. Again, a reverse sweep is such a hard thing to pull off. You have to be flawless. And they certainly had flaws in the first 2 games, but right now, if they continue playing like this, Evo Voltage doesn't seem to have an answer, as all of a sudden they're discovering the Ukiyo Kaizen offense for what is basically the first time this series, and it's in Game 3. It came a little bit late, but Ukiyo Kaizen, they can't care. They cannot take anything else because the offense is exactly what they need right now, and it's finally come together for them as they're beating Evo Voltage to the ball in their own half for the first time this series. They're holding strong now, no goals for a minute and a half after they scored 3 in the first minute of Game 3, but all they need now is to wait. Azebel wants the flip reset. Marinara says, no thank you, I'll clear it out. Kazu intercepts, but Ali will pick it up right in the midfield. Now Ali has full boost, and the ball flip reset to the goal. Ali! Evo Voltage says, you can't forget about us yet. We've still got one hell of an offense. And Ali, air dribble, flip reset off the crossbar, dodges both the aerial and the squishy save through 2 defenders to make Ukiyo Kaizen's lead just look a little bit more shaky. Now they're really in it. They have to win this game or they are out of this series. Ukiyo Kaizen, can they hold on?
Well, with 2 minutes to go, well, I don't know if I can say it's in their favor just yet, but it definitely feels like it's pulling for Ukiyo Kaizen right now here, as Evo Voltage gonna have to work against that clock. Ali, though, with a free touch, flick on, hey, jumps in, but the shot not good enough to beat Skeps. Now Marinara, no boost in the tank, but Evo Voltage can still challenge this. Skeps clears, hey, we'll keep this back in. Ali, unable to recover very well. Evo Voltage played the defensive as Marinara, second to goal. Skeps whiffed it. Oh, it could have been a great chance in front. They had players waiting, but no shot came from Evo Voltage. And they'll have to go again as Ali missed his chance. Kazu and Azebo will clear. Now he gets the demo. Skeps. Oh, he's been faked out by Kazu here. He's going to go back to his own corner. Evo Voltage chasing him down, but he'll quick pinch this one out. With a minute to go, Evo Voltage running out of time, running out of opportunities. It has just not been creative enough from them here. Ukiyo Kaizen getting to every single ball, and Evo Voltage's offense has now withered away from what it once was in this series.
And Evo Voltage, 40 seconds left. Their offense has not been what it once was, exactly as you said, but I might have just cast a cursed it. Scouts coming in clutch after 2 defenders missed. He clears it out. Now he's only got 1 to beat, but he's got no boost. Collects theirs. 30 seconds left. He's off the ceiling looking for a teammate. He finds him off the wall, but it's just cleared out by Ali. But Azebo comes back in. Kazu took it from Ali, who cleared it barely, and immediately sent it right back in front of the net past all the defenders. Azebo, no boost, but he doesn't need any. 4-1, Ukiyo Kaizen sealing Game 3 away. They're saying, we're not going down without a fight. You are certainly not perfect sweeping us. We're going to score 4 goals against you. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, after 10 minutes of silence, Azebo looking for a 5. He finds Kazu! Kazu, first goal of the series. Almost 15 minutes in, but he's found it, and he's found his stride in Game 3. He's found those assists as well, and Kazu has finally come alive for Ukiyo Kaizen when they needed him most, and he has sealed Game 3 5-1, potentially 6-1. If Ukiyo Kaizen has their way, they maybe even want a Brazil here, but with 10 seconds left, Evo Voltage, you're certainly not going to sweep Ukiyo Kaizen, who have finally found their offense. They found their stride, and they're going to give us one hell of a series as they take Game 3 5-1.
Series continues, and you mentioned it as well. Kazu He would have been the player I would have been talking about even without that goal at the end of the game, but it only adds to what he did this game here. 2 assists, 1 goal, and again, a huge performance for a player of his caliber here as well. And well, we got a lot more to go through in this series here as moving into game number 4. So Ukiyo Kaizen 5-1. Every game has been pretty one-sided so far. We have not had any close games yet, and I feel like that's about to change. It feels like it's about to change.
Indeed, you're exactly right. I feel like Ukiyo Kaizen has really woken up in this game. Skeps, 10% of his touches on the ball were shots on net. He had 9 shots that game. Aesbo coming in second with 6. Kazu only had 1, but his accuracy was 100%. He made the only shot that he took on net. Now, Skeps, a lot of offense in that game for Ukiyo Kaizen, and we see all of a sudden Evo Voltage only a combined total of 7 shots to the 16, coming out of Ukiyo Kaizen. Ukiyo Kaizen have finally woken up. They've come alive in game 3, but they still need to win 2 more, whereas Evo Voltage only has 1. They are teetering on the brink of winning this series. Game 4 will dictate whether Evo Voltage will take it in 4, or we have the potential for a Ukiyo Kaizen reverse sweep.
And as I said already, what would be their second reverse sweep in 2 weeks, and their second reverse sweep on stream. It'd be a huge deal for Ukiyo Kaizen. It would be also a huge, an interesting little plot mark to kind of notice is that they have already done this before, but Evo Voltage still being a tough team, but it really does come down to that first goal, it feels like, and really who can get to that confident start, because as we've seen before, and these games have been close. They have not been close, they have been very one-sided. It really does get dictated early on by the pace that these teams go for it. Last game, Ukiyo Kaizen brought more of a surprising hastening to their offense, and Evo Voltage obviously wasn't ready for that. They've been so used to a Ukiyo Kaizen team that's been so defensively minded that to see them play an offensive style like we saw them do last week, very different to what we saw earlier in this series. But they brought it last game. Now it's about being able to maintain that here as Skeps. Aesbo next to it will win that challenge. It's a free bounce in front. Aesbo's gonna be right there for it. And the captain of Ukiyo Kaizen will take first goal.
I think you're exactly right. That's a great point. I think Evo Voltage was not ready for the Ukiyo Kaizen offensive switch. I think they were caught so off guard that this game 4 will really dictate their final reaction. Now they know that Kaizen can actually score on them. They have the potential to even win. Whereas in the first 2 games, they were just playing all offense. They didn't even get a chance to practice defense that much as, hey, takes the shot, but it's immediately blocked by Aesbo. Kazu brings it all the way downfield, but now Marinera has a chance to take it out. But Voltage, how are they going to adapt? This is their chance to adapt, and this is where they need to adapt. They do not want to give Ukiyo Kaizen the chance to reverse sweep. Ukiyo Kaizen knows that they can. They did it 1 week ago on stream for the first time in ATS. They're looking to do it a second time here after going down 9-0 in the first 2 games. All of a sudden, they're holding on to a lead that will take them to game 5 and give them that chance. Can they hold on to it? Hey, takes it to the corner, looking for a follow-up, maybe from a teammate. Marinera sitting last man back. Skeps will clear it out. Now, hey, up for the challenge to Ali. Gets it below 1, gets it past 2. Ali ties it up for Evo Voltage, and all of a sudden, Ukiyo Kaizen back to 0-0. 3 minutes left. Evo Voltage need 1 more goal, and they win the series. Ukiyo Kaizen need at least 2. 1 to win this game, 1 to win the next. Can they hold out? This is that Evo Voltage adaptation that we finally are seeing now, as Ukiyo Kaizen being held to only 1 goal so far off of this kickoff.
And something to focus on about this Evo Voltage side is how often they have a player waiting in the middle of the field, waiting right in front of the net. They always seem to have somebody who is there to cause some sort of havoc, and forces this Ukiyo team to definitely play prepared, as that should have been a good chance in. Marinera. Ali will take this one to the sidewall. Now Kazu doesn't get the challenge. Ali in space, but Aesbo wins the challenge in the midfield as cleared back by Marinera. Everybody overcommitted. Skeps was in no man's land there. Will be able to recover, but that was a scary proposition for Ukiyo Kaizen, because quite clearly he didn't see Kazu pushing up on that one, and very easily could have been a goal for Evo Voltage, and a bad goal. You're gonna give up as another chance. Skeps doesn't get there, and Marinera will sauce that one to the front post.
And what a shot from Marinara. Comes up from midfield and places it exactly where he knows Skep isn't. And all of a sudden, Evo Voltage on the precipice of winning the series after what looked like an unsteady game 3 from them. They're looking to take it in forward. They're looking to shut down the reverse sweep. Ukiyo Kaizen, it's crunch time now. Evo Voltage has adapted to your offensive play. Now it's really time to test your skill. Can you beat Evo Voltage when they know that you're going to be doing this offense? And right now, Ukiyo Kaizen, they need to score again. Oh no, Kazu's passed to Marinara, but the shot is just wide and they're saved for now. That was a dangerous shot there. Skebs going for the demo. Aesbo has Kazu. Kazu goes for the demo as well. It's a triple commit on offense for Ukiyo Kaizen. It doesn't pay off, but they're able to recover, thankfully. Hey, a little bit of an awkward pinch there. Now Kazu follows it up for Skep's shot on goal, but Marinara right in the right place to save it. Now Ali will clear it out to the sidewall. 1 minute 30 left for Ukiyo Kaizen to score. They're gonna have to score almost 2, but he misses. And that was an open net miss from Hay. And that shot would have been in, and that would have solidified their lead and potentially even guaranteed them the win here with just over a minute left. But Ukiyo Kaizen hold on to hope here as they are scrambling to find that offense again. They need the shots on net right now. They cannot be scrambling to find defensive moves here. They need to get it downfield. They've got a minute to do so. Kazu up the wall, challenges Hay, but nothing yet. Now Aesbo in the corner. Aesbo needs to follow, but he's got no boost. Looking for a teammate, but doesn't find anybody. But Hay misses. Now Marinara forced to clear it out. Hay and Ali, no boost. Forced to go up very slowly behind Marinara. Now Ali in the wall. 45 seconds left for Ukiyo Kaizen. They need to get it out of their own half. They've had it in their own half for the past minute, and they cannot clear it. Aesbo just pops it up. Marinara got a lot of boost, wants to take the shot, but waits, and it'll be challenged out. Now Ali to the corner, wants to double tap. He gets it. Skeps misses the shot. Aesbo backward, awkward. But Kazu, air dribble. He wants the double tap. He wants it, but he doesn't have it, and Skeps doesn't have the follow-up either. And Kazu could have won his team the game there, but he just didn't have the angle. He was too close to the ball. Now he wants the... and I forgot even what that mechanic's called. 10 seconds left. Now Hay with the shot to finish it off. But they stay alive. Now Ukiyo Kaizen, they need to score on this play. Skeps has no boost. He looks for it, but it's taken out by Hay. Now Kazu doesn't have any follow-up. But Skeps, and it'll go down. Evo Voltage take it in 4. Ukiyo Kaizen just couldn't squeak it out. And the last seconds looked so promising as Kazu almost had the goal of his life there at the end. But overall, Evo Voltage looked a little bit shaky in game 3. But they adapted in game 4, and they held strong against that new Ukiyo Kaizen offense. What a game. GG's to both teams. Well done, Evo Voltage. They held strong. They did not allow Ukiyo Kaizen to reverse sweep, even though they so badly wanted to. What a performance from these two teams.
Yeah, as you said as well, what a huge performance as shown. I mean, that is exactly what Evo Voltage were needing here. A huge win, especially against a team like this. But hey, they showed up here. They absolutely did what they needed to do here. And Evo Voltage, I mean, they got their win. They've been looking for it. They've been asking. They've been searching then.
And what a performance from these teams. Evo Voltage in the last match looked very consistent. They had the offensive pressure back again. They stole it back, and their defense finally didn't look like they were scared of this new Ukiyo Kaizen offense. They were consistent. They were communicating with each other. They were getting those passes out. They were getting the ball out of their own half consistently, just like they did in the first 2 games, and it was enough to win them the series. Well done to Team Evo Voltage. What a performance.
Again, for a team that, as you said, lost in week 1, they're going to be so happy that they don't have to worry about the Ukiyo Kaizen reverse sweep for this week. Again, Ukiyo Kaizen already did it once, but for them, playing with a sub tonight definitely made things tougher. And, well, they got their win. Again, as I said, this Evo Voltage team needs their win. And I mentioned it, that they've been looking for the playoff bracket. They didn't make it last time. Just fell out of it. Now this season, the chances of them making the playoffs is the exact same as last season. It's the same number of teams this season. 24, except the number of playoff spots has increased to 16. So every win matters, every game matters, and now it is technically easier this season to make it into the playoff bracket. But we got to talk with these players a little bit as well. In joins Ali as well as Marinara, a 3-1 series victory. You don't go to game 5 again. This time you take a huge win. Evo Voltage, how you feeling, Ali? It's a huge victory against a pretty solid opponent in Ukiyo Kaizen.
He was very good, man. We know Ukiyo pretty well with Kazu. Been good friends with Kazu for a long time. Getting on top of him was our game plan going in, try to stop them early. We know game 5 last week was a crushing defeat, but we wanted to bounce back with a message.
RisingStorm, did RisingStorm mute himself or?
No, I'm here.
Oh, RisingStorm's still here. All right. Well, RisingStorm I think is busy thinking here. Marinera, again a big win, and I mentioned as well about this team how you guys, it's the same starting three players as last season. You, Ollie, and Hay, and coming into the season, you didn't make any changes, only added people in as subs. Talk to me about the thought process going through that one. I know obviously all three of you are good friends as well, but being able to stick together. It's not common that teams stick together after a season, especially one like last season that didn't end the way you all wanted it to. Talk to me about the in between these seasons, the off season, as you will, kind of planning, for the next season of ATS, sticking together as the same three players. Talk to me kind of the thought process through that, because that's a pretty gutsy decision for any team to make.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I just knew that I joined pretty late in their team, so like I understood that, like, just because I joined pretty late, that things weren't going to go as planned as I thought they would be. So I just kept that in my mind, and thought that we could just become better this season. I really want to go to playoffs this season.
And I have to ask, you looked so strong in those first two games. You went up a 9-0 goal deficit against Kaizen, and then all of a sudden Kaizen just came back so strong. I believe it was 5-1 in game 3. What did you tell yourself? What were you telling yourself and your team to turn that around there and come back after such a crushing loss in game 3? And then you just came out so strong in game 4 and looked like a completely different squad all over again, even with Kaizen playing so differently.
So we went in the first 2 games thinking, let's just give them all we got early, see what they can adjust to. And then when they started to finally adjust in game 3, they started to bang a little bit more, look a little bit more for demos and passing plays. So we were talking, I just told them, let's play a safer third man, tighten our rotations up. If they're going for demos, they're going to be out of place. So let's just try and look for each other more, try and get the goal open for us.
It is, and you found your openings, you found your space now. With a win like that, obviously your season's still far from over. You can still have 3 more matches here. It's a 5-week season. It's the shortest out of any division. Every other league has a 7-week season. You guys have a 5-week season, so it's a little bit shorter. Your playoffs come a little bit earlier here in the 135 Esports Phoenix Cup, but it's a big win. And again, this is a Ukiyo team that is likely to make playoffs in the situation that they're at. So with wins like this, with performances like this, obviously you guys will get any win you can get at this during the season. Talk to me kind of not only how important this is for playoffs, but also just knowing that you have still have to play KSG Quickie, still have to play Lunar Shadow, still have to play Optimal Flame, who have looked unbeatable so far in this group. Talk to me about the importance of every single win that you're getting here, and also just the playoffs in front of you guys, because again, that's your goal this season.
So every time, every week, we tell each other, let's go 1-0 in every game. Let's make sure that we are on our game. We're always practicing together as a team. Always have a good mental with each other. Let's just keep going 1-0 through every game. Take it game by game, week by week. Don't look too far ahead of what's going on. Try our best to stay on top of it the best we can. We let ourselves get a little too out of our head last week, and then we finally settled back down to earth this week. We just kept telling each other, let's go 1-0. Keep going 1-0. We lost game 3. It's okay. We come back, we bounce back, we adjust, go 1-0. That's been the mentality ever since we started. And we just want to keep trying to continue that mentality to get to playoffs and bounce back the best we can.
Yeah, as you said as well, a strong performance here, Evo Voltage. A 3-1 series victory here in this series against Ukiyo Kaizen. Congratulations on your win. Again, it's fun to finally actually get to be able to stream you guys, considering that I wasn't able to do so at all last season for you all. I heard some good things. Well, hey, we finally get to stream you guys now this season. Again, so your win on your performance, but of course, before you leave, we gotta get some shoutouts here. So let's start with Marinera. Do you have any shoutouts? Anybody you want to thank? Anybody else that you want to mention?
I just like to thank the Lord, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and that's about it.
Okay, simply put there, quick and straight to the point here. We'll now go to Ali. Do you have any shoutouts? Anything that you want to say?
Of course, I want to shout out you and Rising for casting us today. It was always a pleasure. Love calling ATS home to play while we can. Shout out to Hay, too, who unfortunately couldn't make it with us for the interview, as she's been one of my teammates for the past 2 years now. So shout out to Haley, always being there, my number one player. Shout out to Mare, too, always consistent, always there with us every step of the way. Shout out to our coach, too, and Rupus. Been a long time with him, even just individual. Has been a fun ride. Shout out to Evo in general, too, for letting us call their org home for the past year now.
Well, again, I'm happy to see that as well. Again, thanks so much for joining Marinara and Ali. Congratulations on your win, 3-1 against Ukiyo Kaizen. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Have a good rest of your evening, and, well, with any luck, we'll see you guys again later this season.
Sounds good. You too, Sporty. Thank you again.
Appreciate it.
All right, joining us, RisingStorm. And that will also end your night on the stream as well. Our one and only match has ended. Do you have anything that you want to say? Any final words you want to say or end this with before we end this stream?
Shout out to Team Evo. If you guys didn't know, they actually have an RLCS team that went top 4 in the last Open. They are so fun to watch. You guys should go check them out on the RLCS stream when that happens in the coming weeks. I also have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/RS_RisingStorm. It's just my name with RS underscore prefix before it. Sometimes I stream there. A lot of times I stream here. Shoot me a DM on Discord if you want me to cast for you. I am looking to get back into casting a lot more this college semester, this summer especially. But thank you so much for having me, Sporty. Shout out to ATS. This is such a fun just series to cast for. I love casting for you guys. Love co-casting with you. So that was a great night. Thank you very much.
Of course, thank you so much for joining here, RisingStorm. Thank you to all of you out there in chat who joined us for this evening as well. It was amazing having you guys. It was amazing being able to stream here. It's always fun to have people joining. But for now, take care. Have a great night. And we'll see you again another day. Take care.